Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Are you well, guys? I've missed you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, if you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I know you've missed our talks. And you're wondering, where did she go? She was telling us good things. Yes, this is life and we have to live it. We have to do our best to make sure that we live this life. And that's why I keep telling you good things. I keep showing you how to love yourself. The idea is self-love. Love yourself to the moon and back. Don't you ever one time feel like you should not love yourself. Because who do you expect to love you if you don't love yourself? You have to love yourself, guys. And I told you we are technologically able to love ourselves. So let's love ourselves, guys. To the moon and back. So if you're new here, you're welcome to subscribe to this channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. Guys, today I wanted us to discuss something that is very, very interesting. Welcome back to this very, very interesting video. Interesting. And call it as it is. Hey guys, I wanted us to remind ourselves of those days, guys. Who doesn't have a past? Do you remember those days? I want us to remind ourselves about those days, not when we got the boyfriends and the girlfriends, but I want us to remind ourselves of the first time the first time the first time that you loved. The first time that you loved. Guys, let us remind ourselves and let us discuss this thing. How was it? Drop down in the comment section and tell us. Let us hear. How was it that first time, very first time that you loved? If you know what I mean. How was it? Guys, whom with did you love? In whose company were you? And how did it go? What were the feelings? How were you treated? How did you behave? Guys, I also want us to discuss the things we did not know then that were very, very important, and we didn't know. Things that maybe may have costed us our first love. Guys, I want us to discuss these things because nobody talks about these things. And you know, we have young people that are growing up that are going to watch this video and they are going to say, hey, I heard it from that channel that you shouldn't do this and that when you meet somebody, there are some things you should not do and there are those that you should do, that you should not be overexcited, that you should not just spill everything, give your all. You shouldn't. You should go step by step. And we have to tell them because they may not know. So when we discuss these things, guys, we are helping those that are in the equation at the moment. And we are reminding ourselves and laughing about it because we are saying, we did this, we did that, and we shouldn't have done that. So guys, do you remember those days? How was it? Who was it with? I want to tell you a story about myself. That the first time I loved, I was so nervous, guys. I was so nervous, guys. I was so nervous. My body was shaking and sweating. First and foremost, I let myself down badly by that kind of situation, sweating. I have a problem to this day that if I'm extra nervous, I sweat in the hands. And guys, that time I sweat in the hands and in between, my legs. I could feel the sweat on my thighs. I sweat. And I'm not sweating because compromising situation. I'm just sweating because I've met him. We are just there having a cup of tea. And it was not even coffee, but it was tea. I remember very well in the shopping center. And we were talking. And he was on this side of the seat. I was on the other one. But guys, I knew that was the day I would love him for the first time. And I was so nervous, guys. I was trembling because, it was already promised to me that the day On this and that day, we will meet and we are going to test our love for the very first time. So guys, I was very keen. I was very nervous. And I was just imagining how will it be? Guys, remembering I was a virgin. So these are things I had not ventured into. So I was like, oh my God, how will it be like? How am I going to feel? Am I going to make him happy? Is he going to continue loving me? Is he going to be able to also love me the way I would want to be loved? And that nervousness made me sweat a lot. It made me sweat a lot. But guys, I want to tell you something. Never expose yourself to too much anxiety. Never allow yourself to be over anxious, because if you do that, you will mess up things. And this is what happened to me, guys. I was over anxious, and we took our tea and proceeded to a room where we wanted to test our love for the very first time. And guys, there we are. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm freezing. Have you ever saw it? Yet you are very cold. I was freezing, very cold, and trembling. And the minute we entered that room and he shut the door, I sat on the seat. It was just a bed and a seat. So I sat on the seat and he sat on the bed. So he came straight. You know how men are. He came straight. Be it a young man, he is still a man. He came straight and held my hand. And he was like lifting my hand up, trying to direct me to the bed. And I was like, oh my God, now this is the moment. This is the moment. It is my first time to be held by the hand. And it is the first time that I'm going to love a man. So guys, I don't want to beat about the bush. I stood up, sat on the bed, but I could hold my hand against, the way you hold your cheek like somebody has died. I was very sad, guys. I was very sad, yet I was supposed to be very happy, but I was very sad. So he noticed and he said, oh, relax. Why are you so nervous? I'm not going to hurt you. And the minute he said, hey, I'm not going to hurt you, guys, a cold feeling just went down my spine. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm only going to make you feel good. And I was like, oh my God, what is he gonna do to me? Yet, I am the one who had even chosen the date. And it was a date we had waited for a very long time. So I knew today is the day. Yet, here I am, very cold and very anxious and very afraid. Guys, how was it on your first day? Were you that bold? Were you that bold to undress? Were you that bold to sit on that bed? Were you that bold to look at him in the face? Were you that bold, guys? Just go down in the comment section and tell us. And guys, let me tell you, it's not easy. Everybody has got a story about that day, because it's not a very easy day. It was a day that was very difficult for me, guys. I was full of love yet very anxious. So on sitting on that bed, I could hold my hand against, I could cover my eyes, like this. I'm covering my eyes and I'm doing and I'm like, hey, it's good to be young, guys. Imagine myself doing that today. I could just cover my eyes and not look at him in the face. And I was writing with my toe, my toe. The floor was cement, yet my toe was still writing something on the cement. I don't know what I scribbling something. I don't know what I wanted to write. And that is what I was doing, guys. Oh my God, I was so nervous. And he noticed and he told me, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm only going to love you. So I was like, oh my God, the moment has come. What am I going to feel? You ask yourself, what am I going to feel? Oh my God, am I going to feel pain? Am I going to make him happy? Am I going to, and oh my God, that moment can kill. So guys, it took a whole time for me to agree to undress, because it was not easy. He was even trying to assist me to come and try to undress me, but it was not easy. I was not able to. I wasn't was not able to. So he could come and say, let me help you. And I could remove a sweater. And on removing a sweater, another 30 minutes would go. Oh my God, before I could agree to remove the shoes, you know, I was like, am I supposed to remove clothes? And he was like, clothes? I thought we agreed that today is the day we are gonna love each other. Why are you asking about clothes? Clothes have to go. And I was like, oh my clothes? Oh my clothes? And he was like, oh, do you want to remain with some of your clothes? And like, I don't know. And I was still very worried that I don't want to lose him because I really loved him. So I was like, oh my God, am I removing all my other clothes? Then fortunately, I was in a skirt. So after removing the sweater, another 15 minutes, I agreed now to at least remove the shoes. But guys, let me tell you a story. On removing the shoes, I don't want to get into the bed. I don't want to get into the bed. And I'm still seated on the bed. Already he's in there. He's already on the bed. And I don't want to get into the bed. So I'm like, oh my God, what is going to happen? So he's keeping on telling me, but why don't you come? Just come to bed so that you stop feeling cold. I remember it was a cold season. I think it was the month of July. And I was shivering. It was cold, but I was still sweating. And I was like, oh, am I coming into the bed? Then finally, because of the cold, I removed the shoes and I lay on the bed. I lay on the bed, guys. Hey, let me tell you guys, lying on that bed took like, from the minute I entered, it took like a whole 1 hour. 1 hour, guys. 1 hour before I could agree to just bring my body on that bed. And it was not easy, guys. It was not easy. Hey, let me make sure that there's no music. I don't want a copyright. I don't want a copyright because this is very interesting. Let me make sure that there's no music. So guys, I finally brought my body on the bed. But guys, as I edit this video, I want to tell you that there is nothing that was that difficult like me lying next to somebody. Next to somebody. And I want to end this video here because the rest is history. Subscribe to this channel and we continue next time. Bye bye.